It's another sunny day in Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, Alberta, and you are tuning in for the New Holland Canadian U21 Championships, hosted at this lovely facility, the Suncor Community Leisure Centre at McDonald Island Park. My name's Brian Chick, and I'm here with Tyler Spitzer. We've got a men's matchup for you today between Nova Scotia 2's Nick Mosher and Saskatchewan 2's Dylan Dirksen. Tyler, you're part of this committee. How's everything going so far?
Opening day was really great. We had 2 draws, both went smooth, and the event so far has been wonderful.
This is day 2 of competition, draw 3. This will go on for quite a few more draws. 18 total round robin draws. There are 18 men's teams, 18 women's teams. Total of 4 pools. Each pool will have 8 games in it, so certainly no shortage of action coming up over the next week or so. And to get us started, it's Nova Scotia's 2, Aidan McDonald. Nova Scotia playing out of the Halifax Curling Club. And as not uncommon, see that first one in the top of the forefoot, and we might see a pretty defensive first end. Gavin Martins throwing the lead rocks for Saskatchewan. They're playing out of the Martinsville Curling Club, which if you were turning into our broadcast last week, you heard a few times mentioned at the mixed doubles. It's home of Nancy Martin and Steve Laycock, who had a good run into the playoffs. Got to say that most of us out-of-towners were pretty impressed with this facility when we walked in for the first time. It's got a bit of everything in it, doesn't it?
It's a beautiful facility, a multi-sport facility that has been around since about 1980, and they did a big expansion on it. And curling club is located in here too, so it makes it really convenient for an event of this size.
Yeah, we've got 5 games going on the arena sheet right now, and just kind of across the hallway, there's another. How many sheets? 6? Or
an 8-sheet curling club. We're using 3 for this event.
And then on top of that, there's gymnasiums, fitness centers, daycares, golf simulators, a pool, water slide, the whole bit. It's got a bit of everything. It's really impressive. So a bunch of open hits here. We see this quite a bit, especially the junior game. Just getting yourself settled in. Try to bank some time on those clocks. Here comes Owen McPherson. This is basically the same team that has competed the last 2 years at the U18s and done very well. 2 silver medals. On the mark there from Tyler Dirksen. It's the first of 3 games we'll be broadcasting today. The next draw will be a junior women's draw and then another men's draw in the evening. And that will flip-flop every day for the next 5 or so, and then we'll get into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of curl on this sheet, and the speed looks like it's fantastic. I think the ice makers have done an excellent job based on what I've seen. What are you hearing?
They've been incredible all week. Matt Yo and his team, I know they take this very seriously, and we've been working with them for 7 days now, and yeah, the ice has been fantastic.
if you throw the right weight, there's a ton of late finish. So from the hog line in, you're seeing probably that's 3.5 feet just from the hog line. So but it is weight sensitive. You have to throw the right weight, otherwise it might track a little bit for you. Sean Belland now. We'll see Saskatchewan have a few opportunities to practice their draws, get a sense of how that ice is curling and what the speed is. Logan Sawicki throwing for Saskatchewan 2.
Easy, easy, Tyler. Got room. It's good.
The Saskatchewan team, also no stranger to this level of competition, also playing basically intact at the under 18s for the last few years, including a silver medal of their own. So we've got the last 3 years worth of silver medalists on this sheet at the moment.
This one, man.
I think the fact that there is a U18 now that feeds into this U21 and that they are rather large events inclusive. It's not just provincial champions, but a few extras from each province does really build the experience level of these young curlers. And you'll see the same teams coming back to the 18s and the 21s year after year, really kind of building that arena and national level experience.
I think it gives the kids a lot to look forward to from a young age, get them excited about curling, and gives them multi-years to play at national level events.
Yeah, and it's just the relationships you form too. A lot of these guys will play against each other for the next 30 years, and you'll be able to look back and say, hey, remember when we were in Timmins or where were we last year? Rouyn-Noranda or Fort McMurray or whatever. It seems that these guys will fondly look back on that, because I know when I look back to my junior career, I still see a lot of those people.
In 2013, when we hosted this event originally, that was the year Matt Dunstone and Corinne Brown won, and we actually spoke to them last week on a radio interview that we did as we were building for this event, and both vividly recalled this event and what it meant to them and remembered all the details about it. And I think whoever ends up coming out of here this week will have the same memories 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
We had Ontario versus Manitoba as our feature game last night, and we just kind of checked the record to see, okay, when was the last time Ontario won? Oh, that was somebody called Rachel Homan. And then we said, oh, when was the last time Manitoba won? Well, it was Mackenzie Zacharias, who's playing with Jennifer Jones now. And then before that, it was Caitlin Law. So the winner of these events tend to go on to pretty impressive curling careers. Here's Skip Nick Mosier.
Small last ice.
He's a student at St. Mary's. He's not only played in U18s, but he's also skipped at the U Sports Championships as well. He would have been in Fredericton a couple of weeks ago.
I'll throw. Actually, I'll throw it in turn.
Dylan Dirksen, a student himself at the University of Saskatchewan. the most exciting first end, but we're moving right along. We'll see this one get fired through. Just get a read on what an intern peel does up that particular line. And no points on the board, so it'll be a blank. Saskatchewan will retain hammer going into the second. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back just after this.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Here's to those who ask how. Like Kevin, who asked Janine from Home Hardware how to build a place to work. Or not work. Or Siobhan, who took Josh's advice and created a front yard worthy of this TV commercial. Or Eric and Sasha, who asked Julie how to reimagine their backyard so they could be more outdoorsy. Complete your next project with helpful advice from thousands of store owners and team members across Canada. Home Hardware and Building Centers. Here's how.
And we're back for the second end of action at the New Holland Canadian Under-21 Championships. My name's Brian Chick. I'm here with Tyler Spitzer. And we're coming to you from the Suncor Community Leisure Center at McDonald Island Park. We've got Nova Scotia 2 facing Saskatchewan 2. Nova Scotia went deep with their first. Saskatchewan cornered wide corner with their second, and it looks like we might see a few more rocks in play this end.
Pretty wide open first end as teams kind of feel each other out, get a feel for the ice. See if we get a few more rocks in play here in the second.
Looks like we're throwing another guard here, so I like our chances.
Line's good.
Definitely more. I'm 4 right now.
Line's good. Line's good. No.
It's coming down.
Whoa.
Lots of rotation on this one. May not grab the curl quite the same. It's starting to walk over.
Back 12.
I think that's one thing you definitely see a little inconsistency on, a little less experience of trying to throw the same release every time and trying to match that up with the guys on your team, because that one obviously had a little extra spin, and then we saw a whole bunch yesterday that didn't have enough. And when you throw the different rotation, those rocks will travel on totally different paths.
And the rocks are a bit different between the curling club and the arena where we're at here this morning. These rocks obviously part of Curling Canada's repertoire, and over in the curling club we use the rocks that belong to the club.
I did notice yesterday, I only watched an end or so of the curling club action, but it did seem that was running quite a bit straighter. Didn't quite have the same finish. That's just something that every curler has to deal with, no matter where they're playing, what the ice is doing that day in that particular building.
Big challenge for the skips. You play one game in the arena, then you go over to the curling club and you play there. Different conditions, different rocks, and Skips have to adjust for all of that with their team.
Saskatchewan jams their run back, so Nick Mosher looking to put the pressure on a little bit here. Sink another one in there.
Top 8. Top 4. Top 8. I think it's there. Top 8. Whoa. Can't be deep. Can't be deep. Whoa. Top 8. Top 8. Full 8. Okay. And you're okay on your own. You just can't be back.
Slides a little bit deeper he would have liked. There's a double there for sure now. Tyler Dirkson's going to take that on. Little brother of Skip Dillon. Nicely executed, does jam at the back there, but rolls totally buried, and that was a really nice shot.
You mentioned that Tyler and Dylan are brothers. That's something I've noticed here. Quite a few siblings on the various teams. As I walk around getting to know them, I see fathers and mothers that are coaching their kids, and it makes this event really fun. Family connections.
Yeah, definitely a lot of siblings on some of the teams. Both the teams we had last night were a pair of sisters. And it is certainly not uncommon to see somebody playing with their brother, or in some cases, two brothers. No more center guard, so now the play goes to the wings. Logan Zwicky trying to freeze to that back red. Maybe looks like a little extra weight. Might try to just get a bump on it. Enough to remove it. It does stick around, but it looks like the red at the back is still shot.
Touch opens good. Okay, just top 8. It's like a 15. Yeah, speed's bigger than outside. What race for it? 13. So right on back. Yeah. Should be good then. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. Line's good. Our line. Line's good. Line's good. Top 8. Top 8. Team. Oh. Curl. Straight curl. Yep. Heavy. Whoa. Heavy.
A little bit heavy, but it's still a good spot for Nova Scotia. Mostly buried with a bit of backing. There's no double there, so mission somewhat accomplished, just not in the ideal position.
Room. Easy.
This one's got a long way to curl. And a little bit heavy.
I have no feel.
That's not a fun feeling when you don't have any idea what draw weight feels like, and you're just guessing every slide. We've all been there, I'm sure. I know I have.
Many times. Magnitude at an event like this, where your nerves, I'm sure, are a little bit higher than your typical club game.
depending on the condition of your club ice, this could be different from anything you've ever played on, too. This is, I would say, pretty fast and pretty swingy. And I know a lot of clubs across the country don't necessarily get up to those 15 and a half second draws. I'm lucky from where I come from. Our club does, but I know that's not the norm.
It's definitely not the norm up here. We played on this ice a few nights ago and we were trying it out, and invited a lot of our members out to come and play, and it was definitely an experience that we're not used to. A lot of fun, but definitely the conditions were quite a bit different than we are used to during league play.
Keep it open, keep it open.
Yeah, I got 17.6 on his, and it's basically in. Yeah, EMT. Think we need a little more?
It's a little more interesting this end. Red's still sitting 2, but Dylan Dirksen still has a guard to play with, and if he can tuck a good chunk of it here, there may be still an opportunity for 2.
Line's good. Yep. 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 Line's good. Line's good. Curl. Curl.
Leave it high. We can't be deep here.
Curl.
Pretty well done, if maybe just a foot deep. He would have loved to keep that in front of the tee line, but it is mostly buried.
I think it should be similar.
Nova Scotia will have a chance here to come down to it now.
Looking just to lock one on and force a draw to the 4-foot. We do see how much late finish there is there.
Just a ton.
Yeah, Dylan wasn't even really close to that guard, and he's still in almost totally buried. We saw a lot of draws yesterday that did get close to the guard, come out the other side.
That is the biggest difference. The late finish that you get on this arena ice is.
We got a technical timeout or a coach's interaction. Not sure what we're looking for.
We have a loose handle on Z.
Sounds like a loose handle. So we'll get the ice tech out with the big Allen key and tighten those up. So we have a technical timeout. No clocks are running at this point. Just be a little bit of maintenance.
Looks like they got that rock fixed now.
Yeah, just like that, problem solved. Not uncommon to find a loose one. You see a lot of people just crank it back and forth on the ice to tighten it themselves. I know that's what I do. So Nick Mosher looking for a freeze to the side of the 4-foot. Try to force Saskatchewan into a tough draw. going hard for line and weight, I think. Just didn't have the legs to get there.
Curled a ton, got away from him.
And now Dylan Dirksen already has one in his pocket, looking for a second. Needs basically anything better than full 12. A bite of 8 foot does it. And if you're a little desperate, you could still use that backing too. You could probably come to either the yellow or the red at the back of the house.
This is quicker, this much further out, I think.
He just threw a pretty good draw, so you know he's got a pretty good idea.
Full 8.
So with the last shot of the second end, Dylan Dirksen and Saskatchewan 2 looking for a bonus point. Already got one. Can they get 2?
Line's good. Just clean. Just clean. Just clean. Line's perfect. You're 15. I can just leave it.
No way.
Oh, maybe slid just a little too deep. Nope, just 1 point on the board. That one carried a long time.
That one slid and fortunately slid a touch too far.
All right, only 1 point on the board after 2. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Ag Solutions. Everything you need to win the season and go full seat ahead.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Nova Scotia dodges a bit of a bullet there. Could have been a pretty makeable shot for 2, and instead only 1 on the board for Saskatchewan's Dylan Dirksen. I'm Brian Chick, and I'm here with Tyler Spitzer at the New Holland Canadian U21 Championships, coming at you from Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, Alberta.
Top 8, line's good.
Third end underway here.
Hard on, tight.
Opening
Hard on, gotta be there.
shot from Gavin Martins. Pretty good center guard, and now Nova Scotia's Aiden McDonald trying to come around.
Cool, touch it. Touch it.
A little bit light.
A little bit light, and then now we should see some action coming around the middle.
Line's good. Top 4. Hard, boys.
Line looks pretty good if they can get it there.
Line's good.
It'll start walking over right now.
That one too. Come up a little bit light as well.
It's ended in a pretty good spot for Saskatchewan. Still covers a good chunk of that control zone that everybody likes to talk about, the area in front of the 4 foot in front of the house. If you can control that area, then you control the scoring.
Line's good. Line's good. John's. Got a curl. Sean. Hard, Sean. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go, Sean.
That one also seemed like it dug in a little bit. Everybody just pulling the string, coming up a hair short.
I like this. I would have some pressure. I would have the normal pass, so it's 55.
Line's good. Left slide. Hard boys.
We're just a 2.
That's slower going this way.
Curl?
Yeah. Curl.
Heard the comment, it may be a little bit slower going this way. Sure looks like it.
It's like at least a second.
3 shots in a row now that they've been trying to get around the center guard, and all they've done is throw up another guard.
Looks like maybe another technical timeout.
I think, I'm not sure.
Maybe another loose handle or another delay of game.
I think I always spin mine, so I just know I'm going to have this happen a lot. I didn't practice it twice. Yeah. No, well, they never do it except here, so.
Feel bad for this guy. He has to keep coming down and tightening. And we can tell right away in practice. It's pretty bad.
Did you guys play yesterday?
We got the ice deck coming down to, looks like tighten another handle. These handles have the touch sensors in them. You see with the lights blinking, but for the most part, the officials have been kind of ignoring the blinking lights on this particular sheet because they have been acting up a little bit. They're turning red when they shouldn't be, and sometimes when the rock is just starts moving through the house and they're nowhere near the hog line and the lights turn red. So you may see that a couple times on this particular broadcast, but if that is the case, then the officials are kind of just ignoring the sensor handles on this particular sheet. We're not entirely sure why, but they're just acting up a little bit. No, that one worked properly. Let go, green lights.
Sean. Hop forward. Keep it clean. Line's good. Sean, line's great. Should come down.
This one looks like the weight's a little better. And now look at the finish.
Keep it a bit high. It's good. It's 15.
15 seconds is still what they've been kind of talking about all week. Maybe 15 and a half going the other way, but it's not. Doesn't seem like it's that much slower. If that was a 15, it's still pretty quick.
Now with all these guards that they came up late on, Nova Scotia getting in the house first here, and now Saskatchewan chasing them.
Looks like he's trying to thread the needle here between the two yellows. Just get to the low side by an inch. Trying to help it over with the carving. Just rubs the outside guard. Stuffs it on a Nova Scotia stone. Just a tick on the way by. Got lots of games going on, so if you're curious about the score for some of the other action, you can tune into curling.ca/scoreboard. That will have the men's results, the women's results, the wheelchair results, any of the competitions going on right now for Curling Canada, which is just those three, but it still seems like a lot of games.
Close curl, Sean. Go curl. Curl. Try and get to the inside of it. Hard. Okay. It's not bad. I don't think they can't kill him.
Got almost across it, but I think there still is a double there if he gets close to that card.
Hit what you can see and you'll get them both.
Whoa, curl, 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 curl.
Just like that. And Nova Scotia needed to bounce that a little bit further to eliminate that double, but as it stands, they got both eliminated. Sean Beland gonna try to sneak another one in there. Had draw weight on his last one. Now it's just a slightly different line. Trying to carve it over, get that late finish. Got a good half covered. Just a wider line than they needed on that. It did curl a lot, but he just started a little too far out. Nicely done there. Logan Sawicki with the tough run back. You had to get pretty tight to that top guard right there and sneak it by. Got enough of your yellow to pick the red.
For the fourth shot in a row here for Nova Scotia on the same line. Trying to get this rock buried.
Weight was all right on the last one. Now just if they can tighten that line a little bit.
Line's good. Jones. Line's good. Line's good. Let it die. Okay. Whoa. Oh, fully there. Whoa. Sit.
By the guard and just hoping it sits. Again, just about half buried. Dirksen will take on the same run back that was just made by Sawicki.
I slam it roll. 11.
Mix up in the communication there.
Hung it out a little bit.
Hung it out a little bit, and then sounded like Dylan wanted to sweep it, try to hold it straight, and maybe just pick the red clean from the half they could see, but may have been a bit too late for that.
Good opportunity here for Nova Scotia to set up a deuce.
Yeah, with that yellow guard out of the way, there's actually a lot more room to curl in there. You can chip off your own and create some separation. I think that's what the call is.
Let's try and push ours to the T line or further and roll under. Yep. Don't want to go too deep with ours.
It's like center line? Like roll to the center?
Oh, a little further. I just mean like too.
What kind of like
far back.
8?
Yeah. No more.
That's pretty good here. Yeah. That's right. There you go.
This one looks like it's curling already. Took just really walking over. Looking to get a bounce off this red, create some space so there's no double. Wanted to get a slightly bigger piece of that, but it does leave a decision for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I know.
Slash, double, or try to draw your way out of trouble.
If you want to be really aggressive, you have an opportunity to even potentially steal here, depending on how aggressive Saskatchewan wants to be.
We'll have our first coaching interaction of the game. Each team is entitled to 2 visits per 5 ends, 2 in the first 5 ends and 2 after the break. The clock continues to run, but the coaches, both coaches, can interact with their teams.
Yeah. It takes it away. Yeah, it does. Probably about 15's pretty close here. We're sitting right at 2.
And it looks like Coach Brad Kennedy has endorsed the draw one in there, and a good shot, like you said, could turn into a steal pretty quick.
Yeah, 15's really close here.
I got 14-7 on his top one.
So trying to draw his way out of trouble. Dylan Dirksen with his last shot of the third. Nova Scotia has one more to come.
Line's good. Yep. Yeah, line. Yep. Line's good. Room. Curl.
Definitely by the guards pretty easily. Slips by the top red. Pretty well done. Maybe a foot of extra weight and you could have got a bit more curl, but that is going to be tough to remove.
Same weight, almost a foot more. Same weight.
Nova Scotia take the same path Saskatchewan just did now.
Mosher's going to take it on. He said with the same weight he just threw, and that was with a rub and a roll to the back 4. So he's probably throwing back 8, maybe back 12 weight, but he has to get super tight to that guard to get to the low side, the left as we're looking at it, of that rock in the back 4. He's got that back line weight that they were looking for, but this one has to curl quite a bit. Trying to work it over. He's got a chance. Pretty good attempt. Not quite to be, so a point on the board for Nova Scotia. We got a tie game after 3, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Hey, Canada, come on into Montana's, where weekdays have turned into deal days. Why not check out our half-price wings every Monday, $5 tacos on Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, and drink deals every day, only at Montana's.
Welcome back to the Suncor Community Leisure Center at McDonald Island Park. My name's Brian Chick. I'm here with Tyler Spitzer for fourth end action of the New Holland Canadian U21 Championships. Got a tight battle going on so far between Nova Scotia 2 and Saskatchewan 2. We just saw Nick Mosher almost make a brilliant shot. Just needed to curl a little bit more. Could have been for maybe 3, but settled for a single. So we got a tie game.
Full credit to Dylan Dirksen there on his last shot. Made a great one and put Nova Scotia in that position to have to make a tough shot. Ended up only getting the one.
Yeah, it's gutsy to take that on when you could hit, maybe give up 2 for sure, but to throw the freeze and lock it on and really force Nova Scotia into a difficult shot, well executed, and we got a game.
Hard on. You look like. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I didn't think you were That's good.
This team seemed quite content getting a lot of rocks in play after that first end. Put another one in play here.
Yeah, got a little pile building up in the forefoot. You will see sometimes that open style of play continue for sometimes 2 or 3 ends before they really settle in, but these guys have decided it's go time.
It's a touch light there, and then you see how much it curls at the end when you're light.
We do see those center guards really tend to walk right out to the wings, cover the 12-foot, and they're hard to make useful when they're that far out.
You're a little wide. It should come down. Team. Aiden.
Owen McPherson trying to draw around the pile at the top of the house.
Whoa. Sean. Curl. Hard.
Doesn't quite have the legs and over curls a little bit, but got some staggered guard there, so whoever gets behind it is going to be in pretty good shape. And I love this call from Dylan Dirksen. If in fact they call it. But he indicated they're going to go around the corner.
Yeah, because if he hits this, like they're always spilling a bit. Okay. should be close. Line's good. Easy. Running. Easy. Line's good. Gotta move. Gotta curl. Curl. Hard curl. Curl. Yep. Hard.
I like the call because they threw the corner. They might as well try to use it.
Yep.
And as I said before, that corner's so far out, it's tough to make useful, and couldn't quite get all the way around it.
Seems quite content to have a lot of rocks and play a more aggressive style of game. And when you've got the hammer, that's how you'll score or at least generate the opportunities to score multiple points.
Now this one really cutting, over curling. Actually improves the coverage of that rock in the house. That little roll that the shooter got comes back a little bit more in play. And it looks like you'll see Saskatchewan trying to go around that again.
I just think right now that's too low, but I think that's another one in there.
Gotta curl. Gotta move a lot. It's gotta curl. Back here? No. Can you be back here? I don't want to be beside it.
Trying to go around their rock in the house.
Hard.
Just to sneak it by.
Curl.
Just a little bit heavy, and they won't stick around to outcount that top red. Nick Mosher asking Sean Beland to play the run back potential double. He's got to curl a little bit. At least gets the guard out of the way.
You're not going to make the double, at least open it up, which he succeeded.
Coming now. It's gotta sit. Has to sit. Okay.
Sits somewhat in the way, but there is a chunk of that yellow poking out.
A little too much curl there at the end. Still not bad. Scotia going to try the run back again.
This one's a little bit closer. Got to get close to nose. Oh, and just screams it by. That had a little steam on it. Had to curl maybe just an inch more. Get two of them.
I still like another guard. I like this case of West.
I like this as well, throwing up another guard.
Line's good.
You're going to have to deal with that rock in the top of the 8-foot at some point if you want these rocks on the edge to count.
Line's good.
Touch more. Gotta stay.
This one's in. Looks like we're 2 in. Ready frozen? Whoa.
Came a bit deep there.
Yellow sitting 1, 3, 4, and 5. So that red at the top of the house is pretty important, and at this point is actually really tough to get out. If you smash the red onto the red, you probably ricochet into your pile. So if I'm Nick Mosher, I'm trying to get another red in there to make sure that those edge ones never count. Ooh, that's an unfortunate miss. That actually really improves Saskatchewan's situation there. Knocks them in totally buried to the 4-foot. Needed to be just an inch higher, and that is a bad break for Nick Mosher.
Not an ideal outcome there. Certainly gives Saskatchewan a very big opportunity here for a big end.
Light's okay. Even if you're here and he does that, you get your juice though. Even if we're top 8, like, and he doubles, it's not bad. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. More. Over there. Top 4.
Dylan Dirksen looking to add some injury to that insult and lob another one into the top 4-foot, totally buried.
Line's good. Yep. Yep. Yes. Line's good. Hard, boys.
Line looks all right, but it's got to finish a little bit. Gets it to about edge on edge. There should be a double there to limit the damage.
It's definitely a double there. Still delicate though. If Nova Scotia were to ever wreck on the top guard trying to play this double, then you would be looking at giving up 4.
Could be a handful here. You do have to get fairly tight to that guard, but you have to stay on the outside of this, the left side as we're looking at it, just a bit. Maybe a thick half, so you don't really need to get close to the center of that rock, but yeah, any overcurl here could be real trouble. Nick Mosher trying to do some damage control here in the 4th end. And they're on it right away out of his hand. This looks like it's flirting with the guard. Did not see that one coming. So all over the guard and rattles everything.
That was the risk.
Knocks. Gets rid of 1 yellow, but knocks another one in. So I think it is 3 yellow right now.
It's just tight right out of his hand, and Saskatchewan's going to have a draw for 4 here.
I think they took a second just to consider whether it was worth trying to go for 5, but probably not worth it.
I don't think so either. Make sure we have enough ice here.
Yeah, this is the smart move.
Straightforward draw for 4. Yeah, you don't need to complicate this. Trying to play for 5, and then you potentially only end up with 1.
Yeah. It looks so tempting, just, oh, it's a nose hit. But, you know, an inch off either way, you jam it and you give up 1. So.
Yeah, take your 4.
Yeah, be happy with your 4. You got 3 in the bank already. Need a touch of 8-foot with this draw for a 4th point, and that'll really change the complexion of this game.
Line's good. Yep. Line's good.
Line's good, they say. Weight looks all right. No drama, but big 4 ball for Saskatchewan 2. Take a 5-1 lead. After 4, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
We are back in the 5th end after Saskatchewan just put up a big 4 in the 4th end. After Nova Scotia wrecked on a guard on his final shot, allowing a draw for 4. Saskatchewan made it, and they now have a commanding 5-1 lead. Playing the 5th end.
Line's good.
Nova Scotia is going to be forced to get aggressive now. They're going to try to claw back into this game. Get the corner up there, give them something to come around, try to generate some points.
And Nova Scotia's got to go offensive here. They need some rocks in play and hope for a big end like Saskatchewan was just able to generate. A couple of bad breaks from Nick Mosher there. This first double attempt was so close and actually knocked Saskatchewan totally buried, and the second one just over curled and ticked the guard, and just like that, 4 on the board.
That's pretty good, Gavin. Good. That's good. That's way better. It's literally pretty much same split. It's all extension.
I thought I kicked 2 10s.
That's good, though.
Nova Scotia trying to make use of that corner guard. Looks like a pretty good one.
Nice shot.
Both of these skips are using their corners, which makes me happy. So many times you see people throw it and they just play the whole end around the center and never even look at that corner again. So saw some interesting calls from the Ontario team last night. Even with Hammer, they just played everything to the center. Never threw a corner. I was always centers and made for some interesting ends.
I think it becomes so tempting for them because to play out in the corners, you really have to think a few shots ahead, knowing that it might not be shot rock right away. You might have to wait till your last one to make it count. And these kids probably a little bit gun shy to do that.
Now, we just saw Saskatchewan really execute that well for 3/4 of the end. No, those rocks were not counting. They weren't in play, and all it took was a couple of shots, and all of a sudden, 4 yellows show up.
The interesting thing was they weren't even trying to get that corner guard in there. They ended up coming up light. It was a guard, and they used it very, very well. Saskatchewan here is going to continue to put the pressure on Nova Scotia.
This one's got a got a little speed to it, but actually works out really well.
Really well.
Don't get the run back, but you got to roll over for another center guard. Got a piece of it, rolls over, gets rid of the yellow, but bunches the reds over there.
No.
It's impossible.
Firm.
Yeah.
Appeal.
Logan Sawicki trying to take on this double takeout, but you have to hit the top red fairly thin, and I don't know if this has got a piece of it. Just. We actually hit it too thin. Needed an inch more than that.
We'll give Nova Scotia an opportunity here to change the complexion of this end.
I also like that they're playing the straight draw here, or maybe just a little chap off. Not throwing the hit and roll, just because they're trying to keep a few more things around to play with.
Looks a little bit heavy.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Dirksen try to size up if there's any sort of double combination, and I don't think there is. Just going for a nose hit on the outside red. This is sailing a little bit wide, little positive extension on the release there.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Almost kind of a fortunate result for what was not a great throw.
I was just going to say, if you're going to miss, that might have been the way to miss it.
That makes it real tough to get that yellow off the button. You see Nick Mosher call for a soft weight tap. Just try to get to the inside. Try to get that yellow moving a little bit sideways. Even if you can get to the nose and release the backing there, that's not terrible.
No, pretty good. Allow them to free up that yellow a bit more now.
Is that stupid? I don't think so. I don't think so either. I think you come this way. Yeah, I think we come this way. If we're here, that's okay. But ideally, like right there. Okay. I just played it 2 ends ago. Yep. That's really nice.
I do love that phrase when you're trying to talk. Is this stupid? And we heard it a lot at the mixed doubles too. Is this crazy? Do you like this here? Is this dumb? Okay. And then you kind of look at it and you go, no, I think that's okay.
Yeah. See, exactly.
Usually when you got this kind of too good to be true situation, you're like, what am I missing here?
Crazy can turn into genius really quickly if you can make the shot.
So many shots that are kind of dumb calls, but they're great if you make them. This is not a dumb call. I like this one. This is just trying to lob one into the top 4, maybe right into that pocket, and then those 2 yellows will be really hard to get out.
Line's good. Hard boys. Hard boys. Line's really good. Curl. Hard guys. Curl. Curl.
Line's really good if they can get it there. Big scrub trying to get a piece of the button, and they do. Wow, great sweeping.
Beautiful shot.
I think we're going to give us 2 ways on it. If he makes that, he's probably throwing that double. But... Well, if we could do that, I don't know.
Just when I think Nova Scotia has control of this end, Saskatchewan takes it right back.
Yeah, it looked like Nova Scotia had something brewing here, and they still might, but it's going to take a couple of good shots from Nick Mosher.
Yeah, look, same as you threw. Okay. Same as Sean threw.
Give me a second. I actually try to draw this up on the telestrator here. We haven't played with this yet, so it's going to come in here with back line, try to get a chip there, nudge that one that way, and nudge this one out that way. And then shooter will stick right in here. Ooh, that's not an arrow. You get the idea. Shooter should stick right there on the top of the button. Gonna need more telestrator practice before the end of the week.
Back line. Clean. Yep. Back 12. Yep. Yes. Hard. Back 12. Hard. Hard. Little way.
Oh, I know what I did wrong.
Keep it there. You got it. Hard. Gotta go. Hard, Aiden. Hard.
By the guard. Gonna make contact with the yellow. Keep it on the high side, though. And not quite.
Saskatchewan still lying 2.
Why do we need to come that deep? You don't. Because we come here, we take the risk of tapping him, make him make his tap for 1. Like, I think we just go here.
It's a little bit of good news, bad news. The bad news is the yellows are still shot. The good news is there's the reds are in front and can still be played with. So there are some options to get the reds into score.
I like that.
Timeout. We're going to hear from Coach Brad Kennedy.
Tap on both for the slash, right? Yeah.
The slash gives him 3.
Yeah. What does he have for set top?
Hammer and a guard. Well, if you're in the bench, force, right? Playing the hit.
Yeah. Well, I like it, but it's up to you.
What do you like? I mean,
I don't know.
Ideally, I mean, then you're going to be sitting right in front of them, right? You just got to hit in center side of that red, right?
Corner rock.
Then he can freeze. What if you froze down right in there?
Well, that's the other option. I just don't want to take the risk of tapping him. But yeah, I just think if I'm a little too thick,
that's bad.
We kill that.
I always like hearing the insights of the coaches when you have these timeouts. Perspective that they bring.
Yeah, like you go here, you've only got that tap for one. Yeah, it's a good force. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
The whole intention of these coaches' interactions is to help these players develop, in real time, as opposed to kind of waiting till after the game and say, well, you threw the wrong shot in the fourth end. We should have done this and you should have done that. And half the time you've moved on, you've forgotten what the situation was like, and it may not be the most effective teaching moment. So in this case, you can actually get out there mid-game, give them some actual proper advice at the time, and
extremely valuable resource.
Yeah, we're 1-2, so just guard it.
But I will admit there's a few times where the coach comes out and says something that I totally don't agree with, and you're like, oh no, the skip had it right. Why'd they ask for help?
Sliding right to it's not bad either. Line's good. Always straight. Always straight.
It looks like they're just trying to guard, and this is over curling a little bit, but I think it'll end up in a decent spot. If it's over,
gotta get
over the line. And he does. It's a high guard. So I think if they're close to the guard and they can hit half of that red, you might be able to rattle them through on those yellows. At worst, you can get one if you make contact with that red. You just have to move it 6 inches. But yeah, I do have to flirt with that guard a little bit.
Did you ever just play like a half and just clip it in? You can't really see it in this thing, but you can. You can throw 10-5.
So 10-5, a nice control weight.
Okay. Touch. Okay.
Yeah, and I like that. Take that little bit of extra ice. The way it curls here, you don't need to get too cute to the guard. Last shot of the fifth coming for Nick Mosier. Try to get by this guard. Oh, they're by the guard. Now they want it to curl. Hit a chunk of this red. Get one, get two. Oh, really great attempt there. Only one on the board. Needed to move that another foot, but pretty well executed. Another point on the board for Nova Scotia. 5-2. Going into the fifth end break. We're going to take about 5 minutes. Go get another cup of coffee, and we'll be back shortly after the break.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Ag Solutions. Everything you need to win the season and go full seat ahead.
Hey, Canada, come on into Montana's, where weekdays have turned into deal days. Why not check out our half-price wings every Monday, $5 tacos on Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, and drink deals every day, only at Montana's.
Here's to those who ask how. Like Kevin, who asked Janine from Home Hardware how to build a place to work. Or not work. Or Siobhan, who took Josh's advice and created a front yard worthy of this TV commercial. Or Eric and Sasha, who asked Julie how to reimagine their backyard so they could be more outdoorsy. Complete your next project with helpful advice from thousands of store owners and team members across Canada. Home Hardware and Building Centers. Here's how.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
And coming back from the fifth end break here in Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, Alberta. You're watching the New Holland Canadian U21 Championships from the Suncor Community Leisure Center at McDonald Island Park. I'm Brian Schick here with Tyler Spitzer. And almost a brilliant shot pulled off by Nick Mosier. Just needed to hit it the same spot a little bit harder to get a couple.
Mission accomplished for Saskatchewan there by getting out of there, only giving up one. Now they get the hammer back and up 3 and have control of this game at the halfway point.
Gavin Martins has to throw a corner guard with the blinking red lights that we'll just ignore.
Back eight. Back eight. Sliding. Sliding. We're sliding. It's trying. It's 14-5. It's really quick. Pretty quick in this spot.
That is not ideal when you're trying to get an end set up.
Tight.
You can live with it though when you got the 3-point lead, and it's just so hard to play effective defense for 5 ends with the free guard zone being what it is, and you can't tick off the center line, and you can't remove guards, and it does give the team that's trailing a pretty reasonable lifeline, even though they're down 3 with 5 to go. This game is far from over.
Are we in for sure? We got to bury.
Allows teams to hang around a bit more than before, for sure.
Got to fully bury. Hard on, help him. Hard.
Which is what Nova Scotia needs here.
Okay.
Opting to ignore the rocks on the center line for now and just try to put one in the corner. Second attempt for Gavin Martins.
Backy, boys. Line's good. Line's good. Running. Running. Back right here. There you go. Well, keep it short if you can.
Too late for that, I think.
Keep it in the rings. Well, at least do that.
Yeah. We heard back 8 and then back 4, then T, and then back 8 was right. Sometimes your first guess is your best guess. Now another draw coming up from Nova Scotia's Owen McPherson.
Top 4. Top 4. John. Top 4. Hard. Really going. Hard, John. Top 4. Top 8.
This doesn't look like it's getting by. Should nudge the guard.
I think that.
Big poke there from Tyler Dirksen, trying to get a couple of red rocks moving. Oh, a hair thicker or a hair thinner, he would have got one of them, but finds the hole.
Oh, you can leave it as a corner. No, they won't. And even if they do, we still got the whole 8-foot then.
McPherson's going to try to replace that center guard.
Real tight. Awesome. Good.
Slightly over curls there.
11?
That's more than slightly, I'm afraid. That's pretty substantial.
Was not happy with that result.
No. Looking for a little hit and roll here. The roll's not even that critical as long as you can stick around. But looks like they got a good roll under the corner. And that makes life a little more difficult for Nova Scotia.
Nicely done there by Tyler Dirksen.
Line's good.
Sean Beland looking for
All right, guys.
the come around draw to the edge of the 4-foot.
Yeah, go. Go, no. Stop 8. All right, guys. Up 4. As far as you can get this. Gotcha.
Weight looks okay, just need that little bit extra finish.
Good.
Got a piece buried, but there's probably a good half still exposed. Logan Sawicki giving chase. Usually when you hear yes, no, all the way down, it means you're pretty close, but that one seemed to take off on him just before the hog line with a little bit extra curl.
Opportunity for Nova Scotia here to try to guard the 1 and the 4 foot.
Two or three would be a tight guard to the house, halfway to tight. And this one needs to stop or it's going to over curl.
Yep.
And it has over curl.
Goes sideways at the very end and leaves that one pretty much open.
Saskatchewan with a chance to hit sit 3. Logan Zwicky can throw it exactly the same and probably make it this time. The guard's out of the way. A little more weight on this one.
Straight freeze. I like that. Double your buried. I think I like this. It's hard. Okay.
Double's not a gimme. It's fairly thin, especially if you're trying to stick it behind the guards.
Keep it around and try and line something up. Yep. Yep.
Nova Scotia's kind of in a situation here where they need to decide if they are going to get ultra aggressive to try to steal, or this game may end up getting away from them altogether.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a turning point here, and I think I think you got to try the freeze here.
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice.
Giving up 1, not the end of the world, but if you ever take on that double and miss, you've given up a couple, if not a few.
Give you a little more.
Yeah, I agree with this call here.
Backline hack. I think that's more weight than they were looking for. However, if they can get across the nose and sit buried, it gives them a chance. They're by. Hey, that's not bad.
No, it might not have been what they were calling, but
I thought they were calling for like a freeze tap, but it was definitely more weight than that, and they were calling it like maybe they just had the backline weight tap and roll in mind the whole time.
Even those will be close. Stick plus. It's my out shirt, now give it a good set. Okay.
They're going to see a out turn, short little run back here, yellow-red.
Yeah. Quarter gets it. Yeah. Just off nose is okay.
Basically anything higher than nose will probably get that red going.
That way we can always use it if he slides deep.
Got to watch the jam. There is one hanging around at the back of the 12-foot.
Whoa!
He's close. And avoids the jam across the back. Nicely done. Looked a little worried there for a second.
The difference between great and disaster is often an inch or less.
Yeah. And we let that go. He said he was going to be really poppy, give it a good set on the out turn, and I think when he let it go, he thought maybe he overdid it. But in reality, it was a basically perfectly executed shot. We're having a coaches interaction here, listening in for Danny Christensen this time.
So for this one, they've got the jam if they do have to. Did you think of it playing the other one here in the A2?
just feel like it's probably going to be out of course, right? You know, they keep it above there.
As long as it's above that, that's it. But it's not, there's not a big window here, right? Over here, it's a little more forgiving. You might change your shot. He could have the same slash to just slide deep here if it comes short. So I just wondered about this one. Looks a little more attractive to me. Okay. Although it is got a straight run back too. But you know, I just ask if you know this one, I kind of like it better. But if you don't, I think. So turn it.
I don't mind that. I'm a little more looking where to put the blue.
So coach was deciding whether they were I'm gonna draw this one up where they wanted to draw to here, like they just had, which is gonna leave that slash in again, or whether they put it over here and be shot, and then there's no slash and potentially got a catcher back here. So good talk, and it looks like they've opted for the coach's suggestion. This has to be a really good draw, or there's going to be another big number on the board.
Desperation time here for Nova Scotia. You got to make this one count, or as you said,
Touch last, John.
they will be giving up a number.
You got it.
Nick Mosher with his last in the 6th end. One more to come from Saskatchewan, and this one has to be buried. Back 8, back 12 is probably not what they want, but the line's getting pretty good. Except it slides a little too deep. Almost all the way out the back, but hangs on, out counting one of the yellows. Chance for 4 here if they can stick it, and even if you roll out, you're probably still taking 3.
It's a good feeling when you are sitting in the hack throwing your last one, knowing that you've got 2 in the pocket. An open hit for 4, as you said. Roll out and you still get 3.
Yeah, this one's definitely makeable. It's pretty much framed up between the guard and the outside yellow. Dylan Dirksen trying to put this game almost out of reach. However, in a 10-end game, 8 ends complete is the minimum, so we're going to keep going one way or the other. Love that clean sweep call.
That's what you like to hear.
Right on the beak. Sits for 4. That'll make it 9-2 after 6. This one's getting a little out of hand, but we'll come back for a little bit more after the break.
Nutrien Ag Solutions. Everything you need to win the season and go full seed ahead.
Another 4 on the board for Saskatchewan, 2. Their second of the game, and that really blows it open. 9-2 for Dylan Dirksen and his team out of the Martinsville Curling Club. I'm Brian Chick here with Tyler Spitzer. We are hosting you for the New Holland Canadian U21 Championships from Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, Alberta. And yeah, not an ideal end for Nova Scotia there, and not necessarily ideal for streaming or television either, but here we are. You want your games to be close, right?
Nova Scotia's in a tough spot there where you pretty much are forced to get aggressive to try to score multiple points, and the problem is when you do that, it can also go against you, and then you end up giving up multiple points, and that's what they've done here.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is when you're way down, you don't throw any hits. You know, you want draws, you want guards, you want freezes. And when you don't throw any hits, you leave a lot of the opponent's rocks around. Sometimes that comes back to bite you.
And to Saskatchewan's credit, they have made them pay dearly for a couple of their misses. They've taken full advantage.
Got a curl, Sean.
So Nova Scotia's going to try to get something going here. I expect to see a lot of big weight coming from Saskatchewan, just trying to keep things clean, keep things simple.
All right, Sean. All right, Sean. Going. Get it over. All right.
So as the committee chair, talk about a little bit how this event came to be. You said you hosted in 2013, and it seemed like there was a lot of interest to bring it back.
Yeah, you know, originally we were awarded this event for 2021. Now, like everything, COVID as well wreaked havoc on this, and we ended up getting bumped back. Fort McMurray was also hosting the Arctic Winter Games in 2023, so we got bumped back another year. So here we are in 2024. So it's actually been a few years planning and delays and whatnot, but 2013 was a great event, and we reached out and said we'd like to do it again. So certainly thank Curling Canada for having the trust to bring it back here.
You've obviously got an amazing facility, but it seems like everything else has really come together too, as far as volunteers, sponsorship, and all of the things that are otherwise involved.
We're extremely lucky that, you know, we have a lot of great partners up here that help us from a corporate perspective, and obviously an event of this magnitude, you cannot do it without volunteers. We have a large volunteer contingent of over 100 people that are out and about here every draw in various capacities, and we thank them immensely. Without them, these events don't exist.
It's true for every curling event and every other number of kinds of events, but specifically curling. Every time you go to a national level event, you'll see dozens, if not hundreds, of people wearing the volunteer jacket, and they're just doing everything they can to make the event run smoothly, and will do whatever's asked. Even well, never done that before, but I'll take it on because that's what's needed right now.
People like to be involved, right? Especially at an event like this where you see the kids who are so excited to play at a level this high and get to compete to wear the Canadian Maple Leaf, and that just wears off on all of your volunteers. They see the excitement, they get excited. I had a few texts saying in the days leading up how excited people were to come out here and do this, so it doesn't even feel like work when you love what you're doing.
And Curling Canada has a dedicated staff and a bunch of contractors who come in to help out, but you know, that's a handful of people trying to run a massive event. So I know that the Curling Canada staff really love having a lot of help from the local committee, and this has been so far pretty painless because everything's so well run.
At Curling Canada, we've worked with them in the past. They were great then, they're great now. Matt Yo and his ice making staff have been wonderful behind the scenes here for the last week.
It's a busy time of year for Curling Canada too. We've got the wheelchair championships going on in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan right now, so a lot of our event staff has been on the road for weeks and weeks because they're also they were until last night at the Sydney Nova Scotia Women's World Championships, the BKT tires. And once again, congrats to Rachel Homan. It's nice to have a World Championship after all these years. The Swiss have been hogging them. But yeah, so with our staff kind of spread out all over the place, we really rely on the local committees and especially the volunteers to make things run.
We also need to give a big thanks to Aluma Safeway and Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development. They were our two biggest partners. They were with us right from the start and have been a great help making this event happen.
And obviously it's called the New Holland Canadian Championship for a reason. New Holland, a great partner of Curling Canada, and has had their name on this event for quite a few years now, and great supporter of curling in this country. Just, I live in downtown Toronto. I don't have much need for a tractor. I'd support him if I could.
Hey, feel again. Yeah, firm, feel, firm, straight. I like firm on those.
Logan Sawicki going to try to take on a double here. Firm weight. Get rid of some red rocks.
Whoa. Whoa.
And as we speak about all the events that Curling Canada has, as I sit here and I look across,
really nice.
Nicely done. I see Brad Gushu, who is in the house here for at least a couple days before he heads over to Europe for the Men's Worlds, with his daughter playing on Team Newfoundland and a nephew here also on the men's Newfoundland team. It's nice to have him here, and we wish him all the luck.
Yeah, and Brad's another one of those guys that played in this quite a few times as a young man, which kind of set the stage for all of his success. So
I remember watching him when I was young, him and Mike McEwen playing in the final of this event many years ago.
And, yeah, it just makes you wonder who across this field you might see in Briars and Olympics later on, because they're almost certainly here.
And we talked about that on Friday night. We had an icebreaker event with all these teams, and that came up where we said that these people that you're competing with this week will probably be many of the people that you will compete against for the rest of your lives. And they gave an example of Brad Gushu and Mike McEwen, how they continue to play against each other regularly on tour, and they started in this event. So yeah, in 10 years you'll probably see some of these kids playing at Briars and Worlds.
Most definitely, and it seems like the age of a lot of those teams is getting younger and younger, where it used to be your 30 and olders, and then it got to be your high 20s, and now a lot of those teams are in their young to mid 20s and already being very successful.
They're very, very good right out of the gates when they hit the men's and women's tours.
It's events like this and the university championships, now the U25 next gen development stuff that Curling Canada's been putting on in Edmonton. It's giving a lot more opportunity for this level of competition. Dylan Dirksen looking to pick the red here, needs it to curl, and just doesn't come up the inch. Oh, Nick Mosher looking to turn this into 3 points. He wants to freeze behind the guard. Another miss. He could put 3 on the board, make it a little bit interesting.
If nothing else, at least they'll give them a little bit of confidence to take into their next game tonight.
Yeah, the other thing that's kind of neat about Brad Gushu is that obviously his daughter's playing, so that now it's a generational thing. And you also see Carrie Galusha here watching her daughter.
Yep.
And guys who are playing in this, doesn't seem like that long ago, are now raising the next generation. So it's fun to watch.
We're dating ourselves.
Yeah, a little bit. Another pretty good shot there from Nick Mosher. Those are both half buried.
I
Kevin. It'll curl enough.
Dylan Dirksen going to try to take at least one of those out, and if he can kind of get close to the guard, he'll probably sit right there, and Nick Mosier will have to negotiate something to try to score two. But basically, if Saskatchewan can get rid of one of those reds, they'll call it mission accomplished. To curl up a little bit. They'll make contact. Where are they going to sit? Rolls, maybe. Oh, stays shot. It does stick around for shot stone, so we'll have a nose hit for potentially two.
Got the one that they needed. Giving up two is not the end of the world here.
You got it. Yep.
Last shot of the seventh. Nick Mosier needs a nose hit to score two and give himself any hope in this matchup. Scrubbing really hard for line. Makes the hit, sticks around. And it will be two on the board for Nova Scotia 2. That'll make it a 9-4 game, playing the 8th. Saskatchewan will have hammer when we come back right after this.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Hey, Canada, come on into Montana's, where weekdays have turned into deal days. Why not check out our half-price wings every Monday, $5 tacos on Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, and drink deals every day, only at Montana's.
And we are back in the 8th end here, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan in full control of this game, up 9-4. And they have hammer here in the 8th. Nova Scotia did score 2 last end. But it remains Saskatchewan in full control. Nova Scotia will try to come around this guard. Saskatchewan probably do everything they can to keep this end clean.
Yep. Just over. Mine's good. Yep. Gotta go. All right, guys.
Gotta get that one over, and that's almost perfect. That's hard to do. 2 good guards there from Aiden McDonald. Not quite perfectly vertical, but pretty close.
Line's good. Hard, boys. All the way. As deep as you can go. Hard. Yep. Hard, boys. Get it at least a 3. Hard.
You'll see the come around from Nova Scotia, and then Saskatchewan's going to go ripping, trying to get those guards out of the way. Make sure they have an easy shot to score 1 or 2.
Line's good. Top 4. Top 12. Where? Top 12.
Just a reminder, we'll be back at 2 o'clock local for a women's game between BC and Nova Scotia 1. And again at 7 o'clock tonight for another men's draw between PEI and Northern Ontario. Thank everybody for tuning in on Curling Canada Plus and for your subscription. Later in the week, we will have a second sheet on the broadcast. We will be able to get some of the D event games, but as we were discussing yesterday, I don't know if anybody was listening, but some of our staff that was flying in from the East Coast has been delayed now twice, once because of weather and once because a catering truck ran into the airplane. So that flight was canceled, and the crew that is supposed to be helping broadcast that sheet just will get here eventually. Just such is the nature of travel in Canada sometimes.
These days especially, it seems like it's always more of an adventure than you wish, just trying to get to where you want to go.
I was actually a little bit surprised that our flights from Fredericton to Toronto to Calgary to Fort McMurray were all flawless. On time, landed on time, short layover, and I was not no stress, just everything went exactly as planned. That never happens.
Not with that many layovers. You're one of the rare ones right now. But we're glad you made it. We're happy to have you.
And happy to be here. Really enjoying the event so far, and got lots more to come.
I think try this.
You probably kill it.
No, but you could do this.
I like this.
You could also do this. I think I would just straight peel.
It's probably a smart move. I'm worried about the jam on the rocket that's way back in the outside 12, and that's really not going to be the one that kills you later on. The center guard is going to be the trouble.
When you're up 5, peeling guards is never a bad move.
I don't think they saw that jam coming, but got away with it. The guard is in the way, though. Now, with the 2 reds where they are, the draw paths become a little more complicated. Sean Belland, I'm just going to keep saying it differently. One of them's got to be right. He's looking for the draw around the corner guard. Doesn't have the legs, though, so they'll leave it kind of in the middle for a center. Almost gets the double, as does Logan Sawicki. Had to hit it an inch thicker and could have got another red going, but all Saskatchewan is looking for here is just an opportunity for an easy shot to score, or a makeable shot. Doesn't have to be easy. Keep those guards out of the way. Try to involve it. Make it as uncomplicated as possible.
Go curl, Owen, if you can. Back for it. Oh, you're okay, you're okay. It's got to sit. Whoa.
Just one sideways.
It's good.
All right.
Just went sideways there. Maybe poked out the outside a little bit, but that looked like it kind of lost the handle at the end and just started drifting.
Yeah, you don't put enough handle on it, you are at the mercy of the ice gods.
Green. Good.
Oh, that's a little fortunate. I was going to say greasy, but well, no. Don't know that was part of the blueprint when they drew that one up.
They'll take it, even if that wasn't the design.
That's just one of those things that goes your way when you're, like you said, when the ice gods agree with you or when they don't. But that right now it seems like Saskatchewan's got them on their side.
When it rains, it pours.
Nick Mosher looking to sneak this in there around the corner. Pretty well done. Mostly buried. Only a small piece sticking out.
If we can get that roll, that's great. Okay.
It's not even worth trying to chase it because you're almost certainly going to jam on the back yellow.
I like this turn. 11.
Play the open one, and he may need to have his draw weight on his last one if he's going to score this in.
10, try and get a big roll. Yeah, or just bury the shot is good. 10.
Look for a big roll here all the way across the forefoot. Try to get a bit buried, he says. So close to the nose, little roll out actually, so lonely red in there, but so far it's pretty well protected.
She's just falling in. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Around. I'm right around, okay. Yeah.
Nick Mosher going to try to hide another one in there on the edge of the four.
Right back. Back 8.
Well, yeah, we took the whole way. Yeah.
Look for a big scrub.
All right, guys, sit two.
Wow, great sweeping by the Nova Scotia front end there. Just didn't quite have the legs to get it there, but just from out of his hand all the way down, probably dragged that an extra 10 feet.
Dirksen here will the open draw, need a piece of the 4. Single.
This was basically all he wanted at the start of the end. Make sure he's got a makeable shot for 1. Get a piece of the 4-foot. Shouldn't be too difficult, but in the back of his mind, he also knows it's only against 1. So as much as he'd like to make it, it wouldn't be the end of the world if he doesn't. Pretty low pressure draw here.
Oh, close. Oh, close, boys. Whoa. Easy.
If it's made, we might see handshakes, or we might not. If it's missed, I don't think we will. Needs to dig a little bit. Needs to grind. And will it stop? It does. That's a point on the board, and it is indeed handshakes. Be a 10-4 final for Saskatchewan's Dylan Dirksen over Nova Scotia's Nick Mosher. Saskatchewan 2 moves to 2-0. That'll be 1-1 for Nova Scotia. We'll be back at 2 p.m. local time, so we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us, and hope to see you again this afternoon.